Hey, we are Bizarre Investigations. I'm Hugh.
And I'm Josh.
And I'm Wayne.
He is back. Back again. All right. So how's everyone been?
Good, man. Good.
Doing well.
Nice. Yeah, it's only been a week and I already forgot how to talk.
Yeah, I know. I feel like we haven't recorded in forever.
It's actually been like the shortest time difference between recordings.
Yeah, I know. It's been 6 days. It's crazy.
Yeah.
We need to start recording 2 episodes a week.
I think it's the reason why it feels longer is because it's fucking, what's it called? Our work schedule kind of changed and makes the days go by fucking a lot longer.
It's stupid, dude. Okay, so me and Hugh work together, and we've been doing the same thing for a while. And now all of a sudden, the higher ups want to change shit, and now we actually have to work, have to do shit. What the fuck?
Oh man, that's
pretty shitty.
Crazy, man. These motherfuckers, they're over here saying, "Oh, we pay you, so you guys have to do what we say." Fucking insane, man.
Oh my god. How about you? You got your stream up and running?
So, my recording device,
Yeah.
my internal recording device, it like glitches my game to where it messes up, like to where it will cut out for like 5 seconds at a time.
Oh, that sucks. If you want, just try to move that up closer, so it's always like how Joe Rogan always says, keep it a fist away.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan fisting shit.
Yeah. So you still can't record. I was gonna say I haven't got notified that you're on yet.
No, so I cannot record yet. I cannot stream yet. I had it all set up to where I was recording some clips and stuff like that while I was playing Call of Duty. And then it cut out. Like, my screen just went black for like 5 seconds.
That shit sucks.
I wish I had my camera on because my facial expressions were great. I'm sure I was like, oh, no. I was like, this is all bad. Did that like 4 or 5 times. So looked it up on YouTube. There's no real, like, way to fix it.
Yeah.
I think I need a new recording device because everybody...
Now,
like,
you have a PC attached to your Xbox, so do you record off your PC or your Xbox?
off my PC. It goes
You
through,
shouldn't need
it goes
any
to an
devices.
internal. It goes to an internal capture card.
The Zoom works pretty good.
No, it goes to the internal capture card. It's a 4K Elgato.
Okay. Well, shit, you might have to buy a new one then. That sucks.
Yeah. Happens.
Before I forget, I got my brain fuck.
Oh, yeah. No, I always forget those fucking things.
Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right?
Huh?
Which tire doesn't move when a car turns right?
Huh. I think I know the answer to that one.
I think I
But
know the answer.
You said that last few times.
yeah. But I
know the
think.
answer.
I didn't say I'm positive.
Okay, well, we'll find out at the end.
Absolutely.
I've actually just gotten to Warzone. It actually pissed me off. I downloaded it. All right, I downloaded Call of Duty a long time ago, and it hit me up. It was like, oh, you got a 13 gigabyte update. I'm like, cool, got it. Did the update to like 4 hours because I have shitty Wi-Fi. And then later in the night, it kicked me out of the game. Goes, oh, you have another update. I was like, cool, 1 gigabyte, not that bad. Downloaded it within like 10 seconds. For some reason, my Wi-Fi was hella good that time. But it stayed at 100% for like an hour. It just said uploading. I was like, motherfucker, what the fuck? And then all of a sudden, Call of Duty disappeared. My entire fucking 165 gigabyte game disappeared.
Dope.
And I looked, and it said it was deleted. I was like, I did not fucking delete this motherfucking game. So then I spent the next 20 hours downloading the game again.
Awesome, dude.
Excellent.
I love Call of Duty.
Call of Duty's cool. I just recently started getting into it more.
Yeah, I'm pretty shit at the game. I'm pretty shit at all games.
Oh, I never said
except
I
for
was
Rainbow
good.
Six. But
Yeah, I'm not good, but it's fun to play.
I'm decent.
yeah, you're decent, bud. All right, you guys ready to open our bangs?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Bang, I love you.
There you go. I love Bang. I got a lemon drop just like Hugh over here.
Oh, yeah. We got the lemon drop.
You know what's funny? I've been trying to open mine for like the past 30 minutes, and I'm like, no, I can wait. I can't wait till we get on air. I got a peach mango. I've had it before. It's actually pretty good. Let's see. Boom.
Boom.
Boom, boom. All right. Yeah, it's delicious. Just
Nice.
like I remember.
Before we get into the bizarre story, I actually want to tell the security story.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
Well, yeah, go for it.
No, you go. You got something to say, bud? Say it.
No, I was gonna say that if you want to keep talking, I want to talk about a dream, but I can do that after you're done.
Okay. Want to say one of these for the end then?
Sure.
Which one do you want to save?
We could save the bizarre story for the end. So
That's gonna be weird. But okay.
we're fucking shaking shit up.
Yeah. It's just,
All right.
But oh my god, I did it again.
I just seen it.
I just did it again.
Okay, so he was writing down bizarre on a piece of paper as we speak. He wrote Bizzare or
R. I just stopped in the middle of it.
He fucked it all up. That's what he did.
Why would bizarre story? That's why I'm writing it. All right, security story. So about a week or two ago, I was at one of my properties and I saw this homeless guy wave me down. Like saw him do like a hand motion towards him. So
he was showing us the hand motion. You guys can't see it, but it looks really good.
Trying to demonstrate it for Wayne over here. And then after he did that, I just looked at him for a few seconds. I was like, what? We're like really far away, but I could still see him doing it. And then he shines his flashlight on and off, on and off, on and off. And for me, that's like, hey, I need you. I was like, okay, whatever. So I start walking down there. And as I get closer, he goes, what the fuck do you want, motherfucker? I was like, you literally just fucking told me to get the fuck over here, dude. And he goes, no, I was not. I was like, you fucking flashed me? I'd never flashed my light at you. I was like, okay, bud. Okay, bud. And then this flashlight that he was using, it also has a fucking stun gun on it. So then he starts arcing it and walking towards me. So I'm like, motherfucker, dude. The cool thing is, if I ever have trouble and if one of us wants to have a fun time, like, or we're going to have a fun time, like fucking with someone or someone fucking with us, we call the other person. So I called Josh on the radio. I'm like, hey, Josh, got someone trying to stun me. You want to get the fuck over? He goes, down. So he gets over there in like, not even joking, like 3 minutes. We were like probably 7 minutes apart, but he's sped. By the time he gets there, he sees a car coming. So the guy just hops on his bike, dips off. So we're sitting there for a few minutes. Next thing you know, we see a car pull up by our front gate.
Now this, I want to kind of say is like, okay, so where we're at in the actual gate where we see this vehicle.
Quarter mile.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah. It's like not anywhere close to us. But we see this car stop for here for like, I don't know, like 30 seconds, maybe?
If that, dude. I mean, it may have seemed like longer, but we were like, what the hell is this car doing? Because
Yeah.
when it pulled up, we're looking over there like, okay, is this one of his friends or what the hell's going on? You know what I mean? We were kind of like wondering what the hell this car's doing because we're on a road where no vehicles go whatsoever.
Yeah, we're at a dead end. So if this car came to us, we were at the end of the dead end. So we can't move anywhere. So after, like, it felt like 30 seconds, he leaves immediately. Nothing else. They're like, well, whatever. So like 10 more minutes, we start walking down there like, let's go check out what he did. And the piece of shit fucking dumped out a dead dog.
Yeah, it was a bully. It was really, really pretty dog.
Yeah.
I mean,
it was a nice looking,
there's a bully.
pit bull.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
it's one of the miniature ones. I think those are called bullies, right?
I don't know. It looked like just a pit bull to me.
Yeah.
But
It was the one with the short legs and shit.
you could tell it looked like it had like a 4C section.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Well, they definitely cut it open.
yeah, they cut it open, and you could tell it was getting beat. You
Yeah.
could tell it was, like, had a whole bunch of like pokes on it, and like looks like it got in a dog fight.
Yeah.
And it looks like it served its purpose as being a breeder, and they killed it.
That's what it looked like to me. Either like they were forcing it to be bred so they can make money off of the pups,
Yeah,
and then it maybe died during birth or something, so they cut it open, took the dogs out, and just like, oh, you're no use to us anymore, and dumped it on the side of the road.
it really pissed me off. I just want to get that off my chest because it was fucking pretty shitty.
Oh yeah, it bothered me too. I mean, it still bothers me thinking about it. I mean, it's a pretty shitty thing to do,
Yeah,
especially because I love my animals so much.
yeah, I'm a dog guy, so
And these dogs were barking right when you you decided to tell a story.
right, that's actually pretty funny.
Yeah, they've never barked during our show before.
No, they barked a few times,
I don't know,
but just like one or two barks.
Oh
That was like a full on like, I'll fucking kill you.
yeah, that's funny though.
Yeah, but that's my shitty security story because it's pretty shitty.
It is what it is. It's a story. Story's a story.
Yeah.
Also, okay, so I want to get into my dream a little bit, and it's more like I feel like we can have a little bit of a good conversation about this. Recently, I've been having like some fucking real vivid dreams, like as if they're not dreams but memories. And I know this might sound weird, but I feel like it's from a past life. Yeah. And I don't even know what that would entail because
Smoking the DMT.
No, like I said, I don't know what that would entail, like as far as like what I would need to believe in for that to actually be factual. But it's weird. Okay, so my dreams have been extremely vivid that I killed someone.
Okay.
And that I buried them.
Yeah.
Underneath the foundation of a house.
What house?
I don't know. I don't recognize a house, but
it feels real.
It feels extremely real, and I know for a fact that I left my DNA on the body.
Well, you fucking pissed on him? You came on him?
No, because every single time I have this dream, I'm always worried that like if that body's ever found, I know for a fact I'm going to jail.
But it's not you, so.
Right. But in my mind, it is me.
Maybe you killed someone in your dream. Maybe your dream, maybe right now we're experiencing a dream.
That could be true too, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, this seems so real that it could be like a past life that I'm just reliving. You know how you have deja vu?
Yeah.
I feel like that could be a past life.
Yeah. Or you done the same exact thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like to the T. Like for almost any time I play Halo, like the very first Halo, I get deja vu.
Well, I was thinking more along the lines of like you see someone and you see them in the streets and you've never seen him before, but you know who the fuck they are. Like, oh, fuck, I've seen that person before. I know I haven't.
One of the crazy thing about dreams, since we're on dreams, is every single person in a dream you've seen before. You can't make up a face.
That seems accurate.
Like that's scientifically proven.
Now the person I killed too, it was like a young dude, and I shot him.
You may not have met that person, but you have seen that person like in an airport or fucking intersection.
But yeah, I get that. So you can't make up a face. I get that, or maybe a TV show even.
Yeah,
extra or something like that.
If you've seen a face, that face is in your brain, and you can reproduce that face, but you can't make up a new face.
Isn't that weird though? Like, cause it's so vivid. One time I woke up, and I was like scared the whole fucking day that I was gonna get caught for murder, dude.
That's crazy. But I just thought of something. Why if we can't make up faces? Then if we see like a demon, how can we see a demon in our dreams and shit?
Well, you can get creative with shit. Obviously, the artists who draw and make shit up.
Yeah, I guess so.
So, maybe. I mean, if you're saying in your dream you can't make shit up, I guess. I don't even know if that's accurate, but...
You can't make a human face, is what they're trying to say. If you see a face, like not like a shadowed face, like an actual face, you can't make that up.
That's weird. But yeah, so I was thinking that this is from a past life, and then I'm a fucking murderer in my past life.
You probably are, dude.
It's
crazy. For everybody listening, I have tattoos of murderers on my arms.
You do.
It's kind of weird, but...
One time we were at Home Depot, and some guy walked up to him and grabbed his arm like, dude, what? Dude, that's so cool, dude.
I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Thankfully, it was before the coronavirus. Right? Someone walks up and grabs my arm now, they're probably getting punched.
I don't like when people do that. I have a lot of tattoos as well. And I remember, where was I at? Target. I was at Target one time. Yeah. This older lady's like, oh my God. And like... literally grabbed my left hand and I yanked my left hand back. I was like, what are you doing, ma'am? What are you doing? I was like, you don't just grab you. Oh,
she was trying to get frisky.
She's like, your tattoos are so nice. I was like, cool, look at them from there. I was like, you don't talk to me. I walked away. I was so mad. I was like, you don't just grab people.
Dude, she's trying to get down with you. You missed your opportunity.
I was not jumping on that grenade.
Oh, come on.
Fun stuff.
You guys want to get into this, or
wait? You guys don't have no opinions on that, like past lives and shit?
Oh yeah, I guess so.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess. I mean, I haven't looked up any of that shit. So
no, but do you think it's possible? Like, do you think we are reincarnated?
Honestly think anything is possible,
or that you can remember a past life, maybe?
I don't know if I believe in reincarnation. That's where it kind of gets iffy. I don't know if I can believe reincarnation, but then at the same time, if I don't believe in that, I can't believe in past lives.
Yes, exactly. Because reincarnation is meaning that you died once and you came back as something else, someone else.
I'd like to think so, because that'd be cool to not ever really technically die.
Well, yeah.
You're always living.
Like
your consciousness passes through to another person.
Soul or whatever keeps going. Also, and I know this is not technically an alien episode, because this is going to be a cryptid episode, but I did want to point out the fact that lately I've been thinking a lot about aliens.
Yeah.
And my main thing is I think that they're us from the future now. So lately, I've been thinking about aliens a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I really truly think that they are us from the future.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean, in my opinion, that makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Like they, in the future, we get so advanced that we have the technology to travel back in time, and we have the technology like to bend time and shit.
Yeah.
I think that's the most logical explanation to me.
Yeah.
I like that one. I don't know.
Well,
That's definitely one of my favorite theories of that, though, of aliens.
Like,
Is
yeah.
that's from the future.
It works like with everything we talked about. Like everything we talked about so far with aliens, it would work.
Uh-huh.
I think.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, you could talk about anything. Okay, so aliens abduct people.
Yeah.
Maybe they're actually trying to figure out cures for like diseases that are coming up in the future and are actually going to be a problem, or they're trying to like study what we were like way back in the day.
Like how I was talking about, how I wanted to go back, and if we could have something to go back in time and look at all the major historical events, that'd be cool.
Yeah. Sorry, I just want to say that real quick, but we can get into it if you guys are ready.
Yeah, you want to go first?
Yeah.
What are we talking about today?
It's going to be cryptids.
Cryptids number
So this
2.
this is number 2. The first one was more internet cryptids. This one's more like folktale type cryptids.
Well, his is more kind of internet cryptid.
Well, no, I went with the Flatwoods Monster instead.
That's still pretty.
Yeah.
What was the? We'll get into yours in a minute.
Yeah.
So mine is the chupacabra.
Cabra.
La chupacabra.
Mine is Skinwalker,
Nice. So hopefully this is pretty fun.
and I get to tell my Skinwalker story today.
Finally.
And actually, after looking it up, it's probably not a Skinwalker, but it's pretty close to a Skinwalker.
Close
It's
enough.
it's a shapeshifter. That's what a Skinwalker is.
That's what I always picture. A skinwalker as a shapeshifter. So
Yeah.
anyways, I think we're going to start out with the chupacabra, right?
Let's fucking do it, dude.
Okay, so my understanding, like, because my wife's Hispanic, shit, like, this is like
Mine too.
a mainly Hispanic, like, fucking monster, fucking folktale, whatever.
And kind of like mine's fucking Native American.
Yeah, yeah. So
It's mainly heard throughout the Mexican community, right? Hispanic community.
right. Like, I had a lot of Mexican friends growing up and everything like that, and they would always talk about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they'll believe it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, I guess the first reported sighting of the chupacabra
Yeah.
was in 1995, March 1995. It was sighted in Puerto Rico.
Heck yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Heck yeah.
So, the main thing about this chupacabra is that it attacks like livestock and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Drinks their blood, drains their blood, almost like a vampire. So
What does this look like?
that's the funny thing. I've seen like, okay, when I was looking this up, I saw it like depicted as several different type of things. So there was one that looked like almost like a humanoid alien type
Okay.
with big ass wings and almost like a real vampire type, you would think.
Yeah.
So like a scaly fucking one of them
Vampire.
had like spikes on going down the spine and shit.
Okay.
Just real weird. How I've always thought of it as is like a large dog.
That's what I thought it was too.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've always thought it was. And then when I'm looking it up, more and more I seen more and more of it looking like a humanoid.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a little weird.
Yeah, I've honestly never seen it look like a humanoid. I like when I think of chupacabra, I think of a dog,
Yeah, that's exactly
Like
what I think.
Yeah.
like a kind of deformed, really muscular dog.
Correct. Like maybe like even like has a little bit like a
You
dog
guys-
features, but like maybe some extra features.
If you ever played the Fallout with the mutant hounds, that's what I think it is.
Or like what do you call it? Resident Evil?
I'd never played Resident Evil.
No,
I played like the arcade versions.
that's funny. The Resident Evil had like the zombie dogs. You never seen the movie,
I've seen the movie. I don't remember zombie dogs though.
dude?
I've seen all of them. I can't remember it.
There were zombie dogs in at least one of them for sure. But that's what I've always pictured it as. And then when I'm looking into it, I'm like, okay, that's a little weird because it's being reported as like a humanoid figure, which
Yeah.
is just fucking odd.
That is pretty weird.
Yeah, almost like a fucking vampire. Exactly. Well, that's what I've whenever I thought of the chupacabra as well, I always thought of it as like a vampire.
Yeah.
Because it essentially
I want
drains
to
the
suck your
blood.
blood.
Right? It essentially drains the blood of fucking animals.
Yeah.
So
Now, is there any reported human attackings?
My wife was telling me that it cuts the heads off of humans or bites the heads off of humans and shit, but I think that's just a little bit of maybe what she was told as a kid growing up.
Well, I swear we talked about another episode where we talked about like the boogeyman. You know, the boogeyman comes out when the streetlights come on and little Jimmy gets killed.
Yeah.
Little Jimmy's dad gets killed.
Yep.
You imagine like the chupacabra's gonna eat you, and then it's just a fucking chihuahua.
Just a chihuahua. Oh man. What about like okay, so I feel like a lot obviously if it's killing farm animals,
Yeah.
then if you live on a farm you're way more likely to believe it.
Oh, for sure. And what?
And even if it's not true, then why are these animals coming up? Because there's been quite a few animals that were found completely drained of blood.
And there's been some in America too.
Yeah, that's not like a maybe. No, it's a fact. These farmers are reporting their animals being turned up fully drained of blood.
Like the ones in America, they all think it's UFOs and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they could be one and the same.
Yeah, maybe the chupacabra is really just an alien, right?
Yeah, it could be.
I mean, technically, if we don't. I mean, what's like the literal definition of an alien? I think it's anything that's unknown to us.
Well, I don't know what the definition is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the definition is something unknown. So if we don't know it, technically a cryptid could be an alien, right?
Well, I mean, a cryptid is an alien, or an alien is a cryptid. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know about vice versa. But anyways, so there's. So yeah, I guess its main
belonging to. Never mind.
What?
No, it's not that. It's an alien belonging to a foreign country or nation. Shit, that was not my bad.
So I guess the main thing it like fucking attacked was goats, and that's why they named it the chupacabra, because chupacabra literally means goat sucker. He was got it going now.
Oh god, the fucking goat sucker.
Oh,
how can you take that seriously when it's fucking called goat sucker?
Yeah, I get okay, it's fucker. I guess in '95, in August, a little after the first incident, there was an eyewitness named Madeline who saw it, who claims to have saw this thing. Actually saw it.
Okay.
She found her animals like with puncture wounds in the chest and shit, and they were drained of blood and all this other bullshit.
Okay.
So in thinking about this, I could definitely see it being aliens. Like, okay, because these animals are definitely being found drained of blood, like I said earlier.
I definitely see news articles of animals being, like cows being drained of all blood.
Yeah, it's fairly frequent.
Yeah. I wouldn't say fairly frequent.
Yeah, if you look hard enough, you can find quite a few cases. Because when I was looking through this, you can find case after case after case.
See, I always feel like it's just farmers want to get attention.
It could be.
And like they put like, you know how we siphon gas out of a car? Just siphon the fucking blood out of a cow. They just fucking put
I feel like that'd be extremely hard.
I mean, yeah.
That's why I'm thinking vampires are fucking real. I'm just kidding.
I mean, I could honestly believe vampires, but if you tell me like Edward's real, nah.
Edward Scissorhands.
No, Edward, like the fucking Twilight vampire.
I knew who you're talking about. That's actually a pretty good movie.
It's not.
All of them are actually. I like
No.
them all. Were you Team Edward or Team Jacob?
I was neither.
Oh, come on, man.
No.
Which one did you like more?
Why are we talking about fucking... That movie came out like 10 years ago.
You brought it up. I
I'm
don't
talking
even
about
remember.
fucking Sparkly Boy.
I don't even remember which one I was. I think I was Team Edward. Team Edward. Oh, fuck. Anyways, that's pretty much the basics of the chupacabra. It fucking kills animals, drains them of their blood, and people have saw it. There's a couple of depictions of it as far as what it looks like.
Humans, aliens, winged creatures, and dogs.
Right.
That's a lot of different type of explanations, and doesn't really bring good, closure to it. You can't. If there's 4 different types of things they're calling a chupacabra, how can you say it's a chupacabra?
Right. If there's so many different depictions of it, then how can you think it's the same thing? Maybe it's just a bunch of different things that do the same thing.
Like when you think of a werewolf, you think of a fucking werewolf.
You don't think of a werewolf with human
wings.
Fucking wings.
Yeah.
Well, humans don't have wings, but
Werewolves are humans, though, right?
Yeah.
When you think of a fairy, you don't think of a fucking lizard,
No.
right? You think of a fucking fairy.
You think of a fucking human with wings. When you think of Bigfoot, you think of a large ape-like creature.
Yeah, I think of a big ass fucking gorilla.
You don't think of a lizard.
Not even a gorilla, more like chimp. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just fucking weird. You can't have 4 different looks. That's just a shapeshifter.
Which goes into yours. Maybe it is a shapeshifter. Maybe it's a shapeshifter that fucking drains blood.
We're hanging out later, Hugh.
Okay. Do you want to get into your story a little bit, or are you done with yours?
Come on, man. I'm not even done.
God,
Let
dude.
me. Okay, yeah, I'm done.
Fucker.
Anyways, well, actually, you know what's funny? Before we move on, what do you guys think that is? Do you guys think it's actually a possibility that chupacabra exists, or do you think it's
I think there could be something like that.
just a little folk tale? Maybe farmers trying to get attention, like you said.
I just want more clarification on what it looks like. You can't.
That would be nice if there was. That's what actually, when I was looking into it, got me a little turned off by it. There are several fucking
depictions of it.
correct, so it's just weird. I wish that there was more of a concrete way of looking at it,
Yeah.
I guess.
I would love it. Like the chupacabra is like one of the ones that everyone knows, right?
Yeah, for sure. When
Yeah.
you say that, they're like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about."
But in reality, like, which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the wing creature, the human, the alien, or
Exactly.
the dog?
Exactly. And you know what's funny too is that it's only been around since '95. That was the first sighting.
I mean, that's like literally like a year older than me.
So it's like that's funny though, isn't it? It's like most of these things have been around forever, or there's, like the first reported sightings are so old that it's crazy. But this one's only fucking
A year old.
20,
25.
25-ish
Yeah.
years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It's very, very recent.
Speaking
when you
of-
consider of cryptids.
Speaking of years, tomorrow is Wayne's birthday.
Ooh.
Happy birthday, buddy.
Happy
you, thank you.
birthday.
No one's going to continue singing that.
That's it. That's all you get.
That's all you get.
That's
Fair
all
enough.
you're getting.
All right, you want to get into
Um,
your story, bud?
Yeah, you can get yours now.
Yeah, let me open up my second bang real quick.
Jesus Christ, he already fucking chugged one. Ooh. The way you opened it didn't really sound like a bang.
Right? Sounded like a smaller,
Skinnier can. Yeah, it was weird.
Awkward.
weird. Hey, you know what's funny? This is gonna tell you, I'm super popular. I haven't silenced my phone, and you guys have not heard it go off. Tells you how important I am.
It's actually pretty amazing because your phone constantly goes off at work.
That's true, actually.
We'll be fucking working on something, and then next thing you know, you hear the Office ringtone happening 175 times
That's
in a
right.
row. It's like-
I do have The
what the
Office
fuck?
as my ringtone.
and it's just like the very beginning of that song. You can't even like continue this fucking song, and it sucks.
Book yeah, baby.
Get
Sorry.
on with your story,
Sorry,
man.
we're not even letting Wayne get into his fucking story because Hugh keeps interrupting. It's gonna be one of those episodes. Hugh's gonna fuck everything up.
Bingo, bango. All right. So I got the Flatwoods Monster. The first sighting of this one was in Braxton County. I guess it was in West Virginia. It's a folklore.
Okay.
All right. So not really a cryptid, I'd say, but so it happened. The sighting happened.
Folklore is pretty
folklore?
cryptid.
Yeah.
Wait. So it actually has been cited, proven to be true?
Not necessarily proven. I'll be getting into that in a second.
Oh, okay. Because it's a cryptid if it's not proven. If it is
Yeah.
proven, it's not a cryptid.
You'll see why I don't believe
Okay.
this one's proven.
Okay.
There's a UFO writer that wrote about him though. Wrote
Oh.
about this.
Nice.
Yeah, he's pretty cryptid then. Okay.
All right. So on September 12th, 1952, there was like an appearance of a bright light shooting across the sky,
Uh-huh.
and some investigators went in there to investigate it. It landed on a farmer's property.
Roswell.
Sure. Yeah.
No, not Roswell. It was
No.
the other one.
Roswell.
No, fucker. The one that I did. Aurora.
Literally, both UFO crashes happened in a farm.
No,
Roswell
Aurora crashed
and
on the Judge Proctor's farm, if I remember correctly.
And Roswell crashed in a farm.
Jesus, they're all on farms.
Okay, continue.
Farm.
Well, I mean, if you own property, it's probably a good chance. Something will end up landing on there at some point.
I want to own property one day,
I'd love to.
like a big ass piece of land.
So,
Stop getting off subject, Hugh.
So I guess two boys saw it and let the farmer know that, hey man, there's something that had landed on his property or whatever. They go over there to investigate it a little bit later, as well as a cop. So right here, with the UFO writer, you want me to say the name of him or?
Yeah, go for it.
All right. Gray Baker described the figure whenever they got there as approximately 10 feet tall,
Ooh.
with a round, blood-red face, a large, pointed, hood-like shape around the face, eyes-like shapes, eye-like shapes, which emitted...
Wait, what?
Sorry, yeah. I was like, what is this right here? All right, so it says eye.
Not so easy to read shit, is it?
No, it's not. It says I like shapes, which is what bothered me. I was like, all right. But anyways, I like shapes which emitted greenish orange light and a dark black or green body. Also had like small claw-like hands.
Like a lobster?
Yeah, like a lobster, or maybe we can go with like an eagle's claw or something, like talons almost. Who knows?
Oh, well, claw. They're both claws.
They are both claws.
If he didn't specify, we can actually really not know.
Yeah, there's a little a news article on it as well. Braxton County residents faint.
That's actually kind of funny, though. I've never thought about that. A
claw,
bird's claw, and then like a lobster claw. Two different things entirely.
Butt claws.
Butt claws.
Butt
Yeah.
claws.
But there's a
Bear
little
claws.
news article. I wasn't able to actually pull it up. But the title of the news article, Braxton County residents faint, become ill after running with weird 10-foot monster.
Oh, it's toxic.
It is toxic. I guess there's also like a pungent mist.
That's the same thing with Bigfoot, right?
Never heard of Bigfoot having mist with him.
I was thinking smell.
Well, he just said
Well, yeah.
mist.
It's in quotation marks. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, it's in quotation marks for the pungent mist. So it's probably like a pungent smell.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Because Bigfoot's even called the skunk ape in some areas.
Yeah.
So, because of the smell. Well, you imagine if it's like a humanoid,
Yeah. I
Well,
honestly just never fucking.
it doesn't take showers and shit. I mean, if I don't take showers for my whole life, I'm going to stink pretty fucking bad, dude.
I guess, yeah.
Sorry.
Consider. See,
You
this
know
time
what's
fucked
funny?
me up.
I'm listening to like some of our episodes, and we don't drink on this this podcast very often, but we always sound drunk.
We
I was
only
thinking, look,
oh,
okay,
God.
at this point we're recording. We just released episode 13,
yeah, 14 comes out tomorrow.
so I was listening to the 13, and I was like, Hugh, you sound a little drunk, buddy.
Which one was that? Battle Los Angeles?
Yeah.
I was-
Even like we're giggling, like drunk giggling and
I
shit.
think I was really tired that day.
You might have been, dude. It's
No,
funny.
we only drank on one episode, and I deleted the episode.
yeah.
It's called the Tito's Drunken Hour, and we deleted it
Yeah.
because we could not get past the intro.
It wasn't working out.
At that time, Farnsey was still with us, and me and Farnsey drank a whole handle of Tito's within.
I was trying to be the adults, and these guys were fucking
The funny thing is,
plastered.
we were interviewing Jay, right? And by the time the interview was done, we had a whole handle of Tito's already gone.
It was bad.
And then we tried to do an episode after that, and we could not get a fucking episode out.
They were freaking gonzos, man.
But back to Wayne.
Sorry. This is good. This is good
You're good,
stuff.
you're good.
This is good stuff. Keep it going.
All right, so I kind of, was interested in the thing that was shooting across the sky that landed on the farmer's property, supposedly, or crash landed on there. There was nothing really found. They said that in the middle of his property there were some skid marks found.
Skid marks.
Just random. I was
Like on underwear.
in the middle of his property, so I don't know how they got there or anything like that, but there's no pictures of that. as
I'm the
well.
only one who thought the skid marks thing was funny. I'm the only one.
And he was literally just talking about how we can't get through an episode whenever we're drinking. He's over here sober.
Fuck. It's funny, dude. Anyways, sorry.
We're fucking almost 40 minutes in, and he hasn't got like halfway through his story yet.
Hey, come on, man.
I'm
Stop
not-
interrupting Hugh.
About halfway.
Hugh keeps interrupting. No manners. Come on, man.
So I guess over there in Braxton County, they actually celebrate The Legend of the Flatwoods Monster.
Now, this thing sounds cool. Is it more like, okay, because everything you're describing, it almost sounds like Alien / Bigfoot.
Yeah, it does sound like that.
Were there any more sightings on it?
No, not that I can see.
When
They try and give some reasonable explanations of what it could be. But
You know what this sounds like to me? Is Aurora. One person, like, reported it.
yeah.
And that's the same thing that happened in Aurora. So there's not much, like, to go on.
Yeah.
but the whole town, like, celebrates the Flatwoods Monster.
That's kind of cool that it was so... You know what's funny, though, is, okay, so Aurora, they still have it supposedly buried in the cemetery, and people go visit it every year.
They don't have it buried.
I was saying in the Aurora episode that town was a small town, and it was, like, fucking, like, suffering.
Dying.
It was dying, essentially. And this was a ploy to get the town to be more popular and keep it going. And, like,
This I don't think
bring
this would
some
be a
relevance
ploy.
to it.
This is no one knows about the Flatwood Monster. It's my first time ever hearing. I mean, when you told me you're gonna do it,
But they celebrate it
looked it
every
up.
year.
that town does, not the fucking country, not the state,
Well,
just
that
that town. That is it a small town?
Yeah.
It's a
Where,
very small
where'd you
town.
say it was at again?
Braxton County. Let me double check.
Braxton, where? What?
West Virginia.
Okay, so we don't live in West Virginia. Maybe the whole state celebrates it. Maybe the whole state, like, knows about it at the very least. But either way, I mean, it has some similar traits to what Aurora was, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The fact that the whole entire city celebrates it, that's kind of cool. Anyways,
Let me see if I can find this picture for you guys.
there's a drawing of it or what? What is that supposed to be?
Like
Okay,
a
so that's a
statue?
chair,
Uh-huh.
obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but what?
But that's what the
face
Flatwoods
looks like.
Monster supposedly looks like, the face and everything.
Yeah, for all you listeners, it's pretty much a green chair. It's got some, like, a red face. It just looks like almost like a large chair depicted as a human face, alien type shit.
It's like a moral.
It looks
On
like
the
it's
chair.
It looks like it's standing up behind the
Mural.
chair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like
Mural,
you
yeah.
you sit in the chair and it's like behind you or whatever for pictures and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's in the middle of looks like a park or something like that.
It's all red though. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Cool / creepy.
It almost looks like a lizard.
Not something I'd want to run into, honestly.
No, the face almost looks like a lizard if you zoom in a little bit.
Dude.
That looks way like an alien, dude, like a
When
lizard
did-
person. But yeah, that does look like a lizard person almost. Like,
Yeah.
is there a way for us to post that in our link it or something? No.
No, just honestly look up the Flatwoods Monster picture. Right?
And-
Yeah.
yeah. But if you guys can do that, you'll find that it definitely looks like almost like a reptilian.
It does.
Yeah.
It honestly does look like a reptilian.
Kind of crazy. Maybe reptilians are kind of
Godzilla.
shapeshifters, right?
Yes, supposedly.
So that's kind of cool.
the thing of a lizard person, yeah, they're shapeshifters.
Yeah, because they essentially can turn into humans and make themselves appear to be human, right?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Now, when I looked up this thing, it said it could cause elemental like problems.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Yeah, so it can cause like earthquakes and shit, right? That's at least what
no, I thought. Sorry, I misheard you just a second ago. I thought you said like mental problems and stuff because some of the people that, I guess the people that had seen it or whatever, the officers or whatever it may have been. Where is it at? Let me get back to it. Sorry about that. Right here, they faint and become ill after the run-in with the Flatwoods Monster.
Oh, that's what you said at the beginning, right?
Yeah.
That people were feeling ill.
Yeah,
and-
like after they had seen it or whatever, they had like. Right here it says in the newspaper article, Braxton County residents faint, become ill after run-in with weird 10-foot monster.
Yeah, that's odd. Maybe it has some kind of like disorienting like vibes to it or some shit.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's a
I mean,
little
you've
odd.
seen the picture of it. It looked pretty creepy. If
Yeah.
it's something like that, I would,
For sure.
like Josh said, I would not want to run into it.
Yeah. Now the cool thing is, this is like unlike the chupacabra. There's only one depiction of it, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's a little more real, like in that
You
aspect.
could, yeah.
Like you said with the chupacabra, I don't like the fact there's so many different depictions of it.
Right.
Like it doesn't. I don't like that. It doesn't add up.
No.
If it's one thing, then you're gonna see one thing. You're
Like,
not gonna
honestly-
see such a variation of it.
Even though the chupacabra is so well known, I could believe the Flatwood Monster over the chupacabra.
Yeah. Well, if you believe in aliens, you can believe in that, right?
Well, no, just the simple fact that there's only technically how many sightings? One, but everyone believes it.
So I guess there's a few people that were there seen it or whatever. So
And
there's a few
all of them depicted as that, and no one else has come out and like, oh, it looks like an owl.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct.
So I don't know why I said owl was the first thing that popped in my head. Sorry.
You know what's
It
funny
works.
that you know
It
it's funny
works.
that you said that?
What?
For conventional explanations, there was an owl.
Really?
There you go.
That's fucking weird.
That's funny.
But yeah, honestly, I can believe the flatwood monster over the chupacabra any day of the week. I mean, I understand the concept of
You know, it's funny
chupacabra.
because I grew up knowing the chupacabra, right?
Yeah.
I grew up
Yeah.
knowing of it at the least, and so I feel like I definitely believe that more than I would believe anything like that.
But the way that you just described it, I know, like, my wife's family's Mexican, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they all believe in this shit, or believe in the chupacabra.
Did you ask your wife at all about the chupacabra before we came?
No, I did not.
Should have.
Well,
Got her-
chupacabra was not my
I
thing.
know, but you should have got her opinion on it so you could comment.
No, let me call her real fast.
Yeah, call her.
No,
and
actually, I don't want
put
to
her
talk to
live
her.
on there. You might want to take that out too.
I'm gonna keep that in. I'm not afraid of her.
I'm afraid of it.
And that part he is taken out.
But yeah, just the description of the chupacabra, how there's four. That's why I don't. It's harder for me to believe the chupacabra over the flatwood monster.
I can see that. Also, a lot gets lost in translation, so I mean, it could be just
No,
people.
that right there is too far lost.
You are absolutely right.
You can't say, like the Whisper game. Oh, it looks like a dog. I'm passing it. He said it looked like a fucking
Frog.
alien.
He said it looked like a whale. What?
That's not accurate.
We're talking about land animals. I know.
It comes back
I
to
know.
the
It's
fucking
close.
the person that said in 1995. It's like, I didn't say it looked like a fucking winged creature with fucking horns.
I
Like,
said my pet dog got out. Oh shit.
oh man, what else you got on it? Or that it?
That's it. That's it right now.
That's cool though. It's a cool little. The picture really actually is pretty cool. It makes it look like a
It's pretty much like a 10-foot tall lizard person.
red reptilian.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like all red. That's actually really cool.
yeah, it is.
I'm glad you found that one.
Me too. So if we're
I'm
moving
gonna
on
look
from
into
that
this one a
one.
little bit more down the road, so we can talk about it a little bit more. This one's actually, I'm gonna get into it some more. You know
Fuck
what I
yeah,
mean?
dude.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a ton of
one-
cryptid episodes. So like, yeah, if you find any other information on it, update us as we go. I guess.
We're only on cryptid number 2, and there's tons of cryptids.
Oh, we got fucking tons, baby.
And
I guess it's my turn.
It's your
Bingo.
turn, buddy. What are we
All
getting
right.
into now?
The Skinwalker.
Skinwalker / shapeshifter.
Yeah,
That's pretty much that's what it is.
yeah. So it's from the Navajo tribe.
Navajo.
Navajo. Its real name is Yi Nadalushi. I butchered the fucking punctu or the
Let me see. I want to see.
I'm
I'm not gonna be able to pronounce it. I just want to see it.
I'll
Oh,
try
yeah.
it.
No, I'm good. Something about sushi. I don't fucking know.
No.
So it's hard to pronounce, but it's like Yi Nadalushi. And the definition of that, or translates to, by means of it, it goes on all fours. Now, it doesn't just change into a four-legged creature. It's also known to change into birds and shit like that. But so pretty much Skinwalker is a shapeshifter. It's a witch. It's a witch that practices medicine, and it's gone above and beyond the practice of medicine, and shapeshifts for bad things. What?
I can hear you every time you hit this.
I know, I didn't mean to. But it's also a bad witch, pretty much, right?
A bad witch.
Witch, yeah.
That's cool. You know what's funny? You said it's a Navajo thing, so that means it's Indian, right?
Yeah.
Those-
Native American.
Native
Be
American.
culturally appropriated.
Right. I just always think when you think of that, they have some interesting shit. Dude.
Oh, yeah. Like the Wendigo.
Scary, interesting, dude.
Yeah. And a lot of it, like, a lot of these tribes believe, like, most of the time when a folklore has happened, it stays within one tribe.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of the fucking folklore, it might not be named the same thing, but it's throughout almost all tribes, right?
That's interesting.
There's a lot of them.
Like the fact that you're saying that. So say there's like a ton of different tribes.
Yeah.
They all know the same thing. They may know it by a different name, but they all know the same thing.
Right.
Doesn't that lead like to some credit as far as the realistic possibility of this creature?
And while looking into this one, I couldn't find like other tribes that followed it, but I know for a fact, like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, when I was looking into this hard, I've heard other fucking tribes.
There's a reason you were looking into it hard at that time, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell my story in a little bit.
I want to hear it.
We will tell after.
I've heard it, but
Yeah, I know.
it's still a good story.
But back when I first looked into this shit, there was tribes throughout all of the United States, right?
Yeah. Yep.
and a lot of them believed it. And it wasn't named Skinwalker, right? Or the Yi Nadavoshi, whatever it's fucking called. Sorry.
Just call them skinwalkers.
Yeah, Skinwalkers. But a lot of tribes do believe in something similar to it, right? But they're known to, they wear the pelts of the animal that they want to transform into.
And that gives them the ability to transform into them?
Yeah, so if you want, they're known to transform into like bears, coyotes, wolves, crows, eagles, foxes, other like animals to that.
So that sounds like supernatural to me. Like it's a person who can do it.
Yeah, it's a witch. Yeah, it's a person.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So if they want to transform into a bear, they would get the brute strength of a bear and still have the intellect of a human, right? So if you're a smart witch, you're a smart bear at that point. If you transform into a bear, right? You have the brute strength of a bear. You can climb the trees like a bear. If you want to...
Look, I know for a fact because I watch The Office and Dwight tells me a lot about the bears.
Yeah.
They can climb a tree faster than they can run.
I believe it. 100%. I've seen bears climb trees.
If you don't believe me, watch The Office.
Okay.
You'll learn a lot.
If they want to be fast, they turn into a coyote. If they want to, be sneaky, they turn into a fox. If they want to fly, they turn into an eagle or crow. And it's actually the weird thing, which I'm going to say this. If they turn into a crow, it's a symbol of death. Crow is a symbol of death, right? So if they want to tell someone they're going to die pretty much, they'll turn into a crow and fly over them. Now, the reason I'm saying that, because it kind of goes into my fucking story and it kind of really creeped me out. I found that out today. Because it actually, it really creeps me out now. But that's pretty much the Skinwalker, right? It's a fucking shapeshifter.
It's a shapeshifter, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the way you described it as a witch is kind of different from what I would think of. I would think of it as just like a creature that can turn into multiple different things. So
this is like the average depiction of it.
Yeah, that's just an Indian wearing like a pelt, like you said.
Yeah,
But when it's actually wearing the pelt, it doesn't just like wear the pelt. It actually turns into the creature.
Like this is the one that I first saw, and I actually like that's a real like what I think of a Skinwalker, like that one.
Yeah.
But should I tell my story?
Fuck yeah, you should tell your story. That's the whole point of this thing.
All right, so when me and my best friend turned 17, well, he turned 17 way before me, but he got his dad got him a 4Runner, right? So he got a truck. Not really a truck, but an SUV that can go off-roading. He goes, let's go camping. I was like, fuck yeah, let's go camping. So we drove up to our nearest national forest. And we're not the type of people that go camping like at a campsite. We want to go like hiking into the woods like an idiot.
Like into the actual wild.
Into the wild, yeah. So we park our car off the side of the street. We already have our backpacks on. We got everything going. And we start hiking. And the weird thing is, in this national forest that we're at, there's normally life everywhere, right? There's birds, there's squirrels, there's deer, there's other shit. Nothing was there, right?
That's creepy, dude.
I couldn't hear a single sound in the woods, right? That was my first, that's weird kind of moment, right?
Have you been to this place before this?
I mean, I never went to the same exact place, but near that area is campgrounds where I used to camp with my family.
And you're seeing wildlife during those times.
Yeah, that's why I know this area.
Yeah.
That's why I went there. So as we're hiking, the only animal we ever see is a fucking crow. And it follows us the entire time, right? And this crow it's not like a normal crow, right? It's fucking flapping its wings and it, like, not even fucking with you, dives at us and goes, "Rrr." That noise right there. Not even fucking with you. Doesn't make a normal crow noise. It goes, "Brrr," and flies back up, flies for a few seconds, "Brrr," and goes back up. It does it the entire way there, all right? So we're about, like, maybe a mile halfway from our car, right? Sorry. Worked up, so I'm going to breathe hard. So we're about a mile halfway from our car. We find this perfect landing, right? No trees anywhere, just an empty area. We're like, fuck yeah, this is cool. We don't have to worry about the wild or anyone in the fucking woods. We're in the middle of nowhere, right? Literally no trees besides one. So we go park up right next to the fucking tree, right? Pitch up our tent, and we're like, fuck it. We can't have fires because we weren't old enough to have a fire permit.
It's funny that you actually listened.
Yeah, it's a national forest. We're going to take care of our national forest. Like one thing I love about our country is national forest.
No, I get that. But, I mean, if you're smart and you do it the right way, you should be able to have a fire. You're probably good.
We weren't old enough, so fuck it. We also couldn't have guns because we weren't old enough. And, yeah, so we're a bunch of idiots. We were two idiots with a fucking tent, and that's it.
Did you have a fucking knife on you?
We did both have machetes, yeah.
Nice.
So Going through the night, we cook our food, obviously, and we're pretty smart. So we put our food away from their fucking tent, hella far, or leftovers and shit. And we go to sleep, right? I wake up in the middle of the night just feeling this awful, awful feeling, right? I'm sleeping on my back. I look over my buddy, and I see his eyes are fucking wide open, right? And he looks over at me.
That's fucking creepy, dude. Like, okay, so
we both woke up at the same time.
Oh, same time? Because I thought you were like dead asleep and you just woke up and realized your buddy just with his eyes open staring at something.
No, we both woke up at the same time, and then we're both looking at each other, like our heads are like facing straight, but I'm looking at the corner of my eye and he's looking at the corner of my eye. We make eye contact, right? 3 fucking claws go into our tent. Doesn't rip it, like just puts it on our tent, pushes in, and goes down towards my buddy's head. 3 fucking times, like not even fucking with you. And both of us look at the fucking claws, and then it stops for a few seconds. He looks back at me, and we're like, "What the fuck was that?" And then it goes over to my head, and does the same fucking thing. So at this point, we're like, we look at each other and go. So we fucking punch the tent, run outside, nothing. We have fucking flashlights. We have everything. Can't see nothing. No animals, nothing. So like, fuck this shit. It was like 2 a.m, by the way. So we could not fucking leave because we could not see where the fuck we're at.
Yeah, it's probably not smart to leave in the middle of the night like that. Get lost and turn around and shit.
Yeah. So we're like, we stayed up for the rest of the fucking night, right? We're like, all right, we're not going back to bed. The second we saw a glimmer of sunlight, we packed up the fucking tent and ran through the fucking woods. Scariest thing in my fucking life, man. Like, I'm not even fucking like shitting with you. We get to the car, we go, we're like, all right, we get our guns. We'll come back when we're of age, right? So we go home. We waited fucking, it was like 6 months, right? We get our guns and we come back. So we got 2 rifles with us. We got a shotgun and we got a whole bunch of other shit. We go back, not to the same exact spot because like that's stupid. So we go near it, right? And this time, same people, me and my buddy, right? This time we have a fire permit, right? We're of age. So before we go to bed, we had 3 logs in the fucking fire, right? We take out 1 log, he pees on one, I take out the other one, I pee on it. We pour water on the last one. So the logs are out. There's no embers on these logs. The logs are out, right? And they're out of the fire ring that we had. We go to bed. My buddy wakes up. I wake up. I was like, "Did you start the fire?" And we look, and the fucking hole, the logs are back in the fire pit, the same exact way that we had them, and it was lit again. About the same time that the first time happened. So like 2 a.m, right? We're like, what the fuck is that? And at this point, we had no idea what the fuck was going on. I wouldn't incorporate it to the skinwalker, right? But the thing is, I didn't say this. The crow was still there, right? The only animal in this area was still the same fucking crow.
So you're not seeing all the animals you normally see, you're just seeing a crow again.
And it's a national fucking forest. There's fucking animals, and I have not seen a single animal, right? So the next time we're like, all right, fucking, we're not leaving this time, right? Nothing happens the next day. It's fucking clear as a whistle, right? Clean as a whistle, not clear as a whistle. What the fuck? So this time we go back, or we're still there, right? Nothing happens the second night, so we leave the third day. We come back a third time, this time with his girlfriend. And while we're there, we're like, all right, we're going to go clear out the area so we can go find her tent. And we hear her screaming, right? So we go run back to her fucking car. We look, and there's a fucking shadow on the fucking tree, right? She's just pointing at it. So we're like, what the fuck are you pointing at? We look at it. There's this ginormous fucking shadow on the tree. We're like, what the fuck is that? So we start walking towards it, which is weird because, a shadow would have to, be emulated from somewhere else, right? Why we walked up this shadow, I don't know. Walked up the shadow, and it split apart. And went around the fucking tree, and it disappeared. We're like, what the fuck? So, all right, we're seeing shit now. This is really weird. Still, same crow. This time, we went to the same exact spot. So, we're now going to be staying in the same area because we're like, what the fuck is going on, right? The third time, we left. Nothing else happened. Third time, we're camping. Sleeping in the middle of the night. And we woke up to the whole, like, not even fucking with you, the whole forest looked like it was on fire around us. We're like, what the fuck? It felt hot. It looked hot. We got in his fucking car and we drove off. We drove for maybe like 10 minutes and the fire disappeared. The whole fucking forest was on fucking fire and it vanished.
You guys are doing peyote?
This was like maybe 2-3 months before I was going to the Marine Corps, so I was not doing any drugs at this time. But we're like, I thought I was fucking hallucinating. He thought he was hallucinating. We're like, what the fuck? We did not take any drugs. Like, all my fucking life. I did not take any drugs. We go back. We sleep the night. Nothing happens, right? The fourth time.
Well, this would be the fifth time at this point.
It would be the fifth time, yeah. The fifth time we brought our friends with us. And because we wanted them to, like, because we were telling the story. No one fucking believed us. This time, we gave someone the coordinates to our fucking place, right? We brought 4 people with us, and we had 2 more people coming with us. We gave them the exact coordinates of where we're at. They got lost, all right? We have no cell service, and they said they're going to be here within the 30-minute time zone of, where they told us. So at this point, we're like, fuck, we need to go find them, right? So my buddy stays back, and I go with 3 people. We brought 4 people with us, me and my 2 buddies with 2 other people. That didn't make sense. But you get what I'm saying. There's 4 people with us.
Your buddy stayed by himself?
Stayed by himself.
Oh, God.
Like an idiot. We start running, and one of the people get hurt. So I go running by myself like a fucking idiot, and all you hear is fucking like throughout the fucking woods, dude.
So you and your buddy are by yourself at this point?
By ourselves. And he took a fucking picture because he said he felt super creeped out. He felt like someone was behind him, and he has this fucking picture of a fucking like something in the background. It looks hella creepy, but I can't really confirm if it was anything. Now, the only reason I think it was a skinwalker because I read some skinwalker stories, and after we were a lot older, we came back. So the only reason I think it's a skinwalker was because I was reading stories about how some of these skinwalkers lived in like burnt down barns, right? Mm-hmm. And after I got out of the Marine Corps, he got out of the Marine Corps, we went back to the same spot. And we're like, all right, we're going to fucking explore it. We're men now. We actually know what the fuck we're doing. If something comes out of this, we're going to hopefully have a better chance of surviving, right? And we go fucking into the woods. We're like, we're just going to find something. We're going to find out where the fuck this thing was coming from. Because at this point, we both thought it was a skinwalker, right? Because the way that Crow was always with us, there's no animals, and that creepy ass shadow, something fucking with us, the claws, the fire. I don't know how we can, describe the fire happening. Maybe because it's a witch.
Yeah.
Maybe it did something.
See some shit, huh?
But it was weird. The second we got past one point, it just disappeared. But anyway, so we go through the woods and we find this burned down barn in the middle of the national forest. It was nuts. Now, me and him were both fucking pussies at that point. We're like, fuck that, we're not going in here. Because we both read the same fucking story. But, I mean, that's the only reason why I think it was a skinwalker.
That's creepy. So maybe that barn had something to do with it.
I would assume so.
Well, because, okay, so one of the times you guys put out your fire, moved your logs, and then found the fire started up again.
The same night.
And then also the next, like, not the next time, but one of the future times you guys
the whole forest was on fire.
Thought in your minds or were seeing fire.
No, like, it wasn't like, it was just like an hallucination because I was feeling the fucking heat.
No, I get that, but
yeah.
Like, it could be like, it could have been like something that was like placed in your mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like something that was put in your mind so that you're thinking about this. Maybe it's in the area you went to. Maybe that barn was burned down. Someone died there.
It was burned down, yeah.
Maybe like someone died there though.
Maybe,
like,
yeah.
They're trying.
The other one I can't explain is the
take care of your fucking shit.
Yeah. The other one I can't explain is the shadow.
The shadow's weird too. Split into 2.
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
Like it was a one singular shadow, and then it fucking split across the tree.
What did the shadow look like? It was just a large shadow?
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it.
It wasn't like actually like a silhouette or anything.
It was not a human. No.
That's a little odd.
It wasn't an animal. It wasn't a human. It was just pretty much like a straight line.
It is creepy. Maybe once all this coronavirus shit's over, we can actually go over there and check it out.
Yeah,
I'd be down.
The only reason I haven't gone camping there since I got out of the Marine Corps was because my wife and kids. My wife won't go out there with me.
That's fine, dude. Well, now you got someone who'll go with you.
Yeah.
So
Father's Day is coming up. I can go
maybe
camping out there. I guess no.
Not with all this shit going on, dude. But once all this shit's over with, I'm hella down to go out and at least check it out, dude. See what we see. Maybe bring some cameras with us.
Yeah.
Try to catch some shit.
That would be good. Honestly, like, that's something that haunts my nightmares. Like, I don't know if you guys can tell, I was fucking talking really fast and I was like holding my breath.
No, I see. You could tell because when you're telling the story, I could see you're a little panicked.
Yeah, it's like, you guys can fucking believe me if you want, but that's the fucking scariest thing in my life.
Oh, no, I believe
besides my fucking brother.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I believe
the weird
both
thing,
of those things, though.
My brother that happened right after the first incident, right? So I was still 17 at that point when my brother got possessed. Mm-hmm. But the first time I went was like 2-3 months. I went camping the first time. Mm-hmm. So maybe they marked me or something and my brother got... That's what I just lost my fucking...
claws were?
Yeah.
Marking, you fucker.
Well, it wasn't going like back and forth. It was just a singular...
stroke.
Yeah. Like,
that's still pretty creepy though, honestly.
It sounded just like nails on a chalkboard, but on a fucking plastic fucking sheet on my fucking tent.
Oh yeah, that's creepy, man.
That is creepy.
But like that fucking, what's it called?
Yeah.
The fucking crow.
The crow is creepy. Now that you said you saw that,
It's a symbol of death.
It's a symbol of death. Well, maybe that's also like say it is a skinwalker.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's creepy too, because a crow is a creepy thing to see.
Maybe it was just warning me, like if you go any closer into the woods, like we're gonna get fucked up.
I feel like crows are more city birds.
And it was in the middle of the forest.
That's what I was thinking when you're telling me this. I'm like, I feel like a crow is a more city bird. I'm not stupid. I know they're out there too.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I feel like they've adapted to city life, and they're actually kind of more a city bird.
You know what a crow sounds like, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, annoying.
This
as
one-
fuck.
It honestly sounded like. Have you guys seen War of the Worlds? War of the Worlds
Oh, I don't think so. No.
with Tom Cruise?
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
You know the tripods, the noise they make.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, it wasn't that loud, but that's like kind of what it simulated.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the only closest thing besides what I just did. I never heard a bird say that or do that.
It's definitely weird, man.
Yeah,
What are we looking at time wise?
and then we're at an hour.
Just an hour.
Yeah, well, I gotta cut out like 6 minutes of this fucking podcast.
Bizarre story. We haven't done that yet.
We can
I
probably
think
skip that.
Yeah, we're gonna skip that one this time. I actually had a good one too, but I'll read that next time. Just remind me. It's I'm gonna tell you what it's called, so you guys can fucking remind me. Give me 1 second here. All right, so just remind me next episode. I'm gonna do 7th floor.
Okay.
It's actually I just now like scanned it. It's about a security guard, so.
Ooh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I'll do that one next episode. We're already at an hour, so.
Yeah, sorry the skinwalker wasn't really like factual. It's just I wanted to tell my story about it.
No,
I actually have no proof it's a fucking skinwalker.
Yeah.
Didn't see nothing. The only thing I saw was that fucking crow and the stupid shit that would happen to me.
Fuck yeah, dude. Well, like I said, once this shit's all over with, we're gonna have to go out there and investigate some shit.
Yeah,
I like that idea.
I got a lot more guns now.
Bingo, bingo.
Well, I don't necessarily know that a gun would even help, but as long as you got a good camera, that's all that matters to me.
I don't know what a camera would do to help you.
No, it wouldn't, but it would capture some evidence, and if we do that,
Some Blair Witch Project shit, right? Some Blair Witch
well,
Project.
I hope not, because they die.
Well, that's what you're saying. The gun wouldn't help me, but what a camera would do
Exactly.
A camera would capture everything.
So you
after we die, right?
Well, you walked out every
before
single time.
it wouldn't capture
prior.
it after you died. It'd capture it before you died.
Yeah.
But we would find it after you died.
There's a whole genre of film called the lost film footage,
Fuck it.
like the paranormal investigations, right?
So just send me the where you guys are gonna be at. I'll go out there about a week later.
I'll snatch up the cameras real quick.
Get out of there.
All right, you guys want to know the fucking thing I said?
Oh, I think I know the answer.
Yeah. Repeat the question.
All right, which tire does not move when a car turns right?
I would say the spare tire.
Bingo.
Spare tire. You're right.
I told you, dude, I'm on top of this shit. I was doing bad for a second, but
That
now
boat
I'm back
one,
again.
That boat one, when you're on a bridge and there's a boat full of people and there's not a single person on board, you're like,
I don't know.
you said something pretty
No.
confident.
No, that was the next one. That one I said I don't know because I just listened to that one.
Okay.
I was like, oh, I have no fucking idea. But when I'm looking,
one of them you said like you were fucking confident.
because I didn't hear something you said in it.
Oh, it was the one whenever I was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't hear something you said in the question, which would have gave it away.
Oh, it was
single.
it was the plain one. Where would you bury the survivors?
Yeah, bury the survivors.
And you were like,
I didn't hear the
in the country they were born.
the country
Well,
they
yeah.
were born.
But I didn't hear you say survivors, I think is the problem. Or I didn't actually like let it actually sink in that you said survivors. I was just thinking, oh, plane crash and people died. Where do you bury them? That's what I was thinking. So fuck you guys.
I love how confident you were. In the country they're born.
In the country they're born, duh. It's pretty obvious.
They're not dead.
Well, I mean,
So you're gonna bury people alive?
First of
That's kinda
all,
messed up.
I mean, I was talking after the survivors die eventually. Come on, guys, get with it.
All right.
Nobody lives forever. Come on.
Except for witches.
That's true. And chupacabras.
And lizard people. You guys got anything else?
I do not, man.
I do not at this moment.
Sorry, guys. This wasn't a very
It's probably our shittiest episode.
structured episode. We're kind of all over the place.
But yeah, follow us on all our social media and follow us on YouTube because we're on YouTube now.
We are on YouTube. Hopefully, you guys are listening to these episodes on YouTube right now.
And I've actually been keeping up to date with posting them all on
Yeah,
YouTube.
we found an easier way to do it.
Yeah.
And it's working out pretty well. From
Doesn't
what I
take
can tell.
12 hours to upload a video now.
Oh, really?
I do it on my phone. It's a lot faster.
Yeah, so
There you
we're
go.
keeping up with it, and it actually seems like it's going pretty well. So hopefully it stays that way.
Yeah, and after this episode's released, we have 3 more episodes to go for the rest of the season.
Yeah, so we're almost done with the first season, guys.
We're only going to take a month off, so it's not like you're going to miss us that much.
No, we just need a little bit of a break.
Yeah. All right, you guys got anything else?
I do not.
Not at this point in time.
All right. Toodaloo.
Toodaloo.
Peace out.